Hey, what's up? My name's Jimmy. This is my 7th vlog, and I'm talking about As I Lay Dying, the book. I'm gonna go right into it because I have my notes, and I'm just gonna unravel what I got. So, we left off the question, how would their perspective change if they were dying? And that's a really good question. Another question that was brought up in our journal was, what was up with the chapter on Addie or Adie, or it's the mom that's dying? What's up with that? Why wait for her to narrate when she's dead, right? Or why have her narrate when she's dead? And I said this in my journal, but when I was reading it, it didn't seem that weird. It didn't seem that weird at all, because after reading the bios on Faulkner, like, I know he's pretty creative, like abstract, chaotic, like just gonna throw a bunch of stuff on here and just weave it into some beautiful like art type thing. And so the fact that, adding narrating, it makes sense to wait until she actually died for her to finally give her perspective. That just seems like a Faulkner thing to do, just to wait until she's actually gone away and then have her narrate and just be like, oh shoot, like how'd she do that? Is she from the, risen from the grave? No. But is she in heaven narrating? No. This is just like this abstract concept to where she's dead, yeah, but hey, you're the reader. You can do whatever you want in this world, right? So you're going to step into her memory, and you're going to find out some background about, like, Ansi, who's a super, like, funny character to me. I don't know why. Everyone else hates him. He's just a really funny character to me. He's got a different type of humor, I guess. And it's just a different viewpoint, opens up a lot of things about the family. I have to explore that more in detail, because when I read the chapter, I'm going to have to read it over again, because there was a lot, and I was more caught up on Addie saying he's got a farm and stuff. It was funny. So this is my second vlog, or my 7th vlog, but second one about this book, and I want to talk about the theme of invisibility, because that's the whole point of this class. Not the whole point, but this is a major theme. So is there invisibility among characters? So, like, this is a family, excluding Jewel in a way. Jewel is like a half brother, but everyone has a different perspective on each other. So, for instance, Darryl, he's seen as the kind of dim-witted type person, but he's actually a very introspective guy. How do we know that? Simply because, like, we're able to read his thoughts, which, again, going back to my last one, we would not be able to know how introspective and actually how, like, deep thinking he is if we did not have that perspective to where we can actually read his thoughts. Instead, we would just be left invisible with everyone else. And I think that's actually a good point, to where, like, the style this is written in is that it's almost like we're looking over, and we already have, like, this big spectrum. This fog is lifted, and it's like in the other books, like, we go along with the readers. In this one, we're going along with the readers as well, but this time we have a little bit more of an advantage. In the memoir, we waited until the end. In the Hillbilly memoir, we waited until the end, and then he gave us some more, like, like his thoughts and stuff. But through this, they're just giving their whole opinion, like, just about everything. I mean, Ansi's just brilliant about it. He's just a funny guy. But so, some questions. Who is Ansi, really? Who is Cash, Darryl? Who is Jewel? And Jewel is my favorite character in this book. Why? Because he's kind of like that stereotypical, like, yo, I'm a bad boy. I don't really want to listen to anyone. Like, I'm just, like, hard-headed. Like, I act tough on the outside, but I'm actually super compassionate on the inside. He's just that stereotypical kind of guy. But for this one, like, I don't know. I really like, I like this lone wolf mentality that I'm getting from him so far. And actually, like, Cash, I can tell, is, like, more of the leader type. To where, like, people see him, since Ansi's useless, and then Cash is, like, the oldest brother. But one thing that I brought up, and this is probably the only, like, interesting point so far, but Ansi versus Jewel, and it's like you see this, like, totally different ship, because Ansi is not Jewel's father, and so it's interesting to see how different Jewel is from Ansi. In some ways, is that Jewel is actually hardworking, Ansi is lazy. They both have, pride, but Ansi, he tries to sell himself more to people, whereas Jewel kind of just hangs back. He doesn't really try to sell himself, out to people and stuff. And there's different types of ambition there. I mean, Antsy, he's ambitious. I mean, he wants to get things done, but he just doesn't want to be the one to do them. And that's kind of like the difference. Jules want to be the one. He wants to be the one to get it done because he's the one that thinks he's the only one that can do it right. So why not do it? All right, so this has been my vlog. It's been over 5 minutes. Wow. So tune in next time. Bye.